Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a series where I'm going to be showing you my organizational pieces of my studio. Right here I'm giving you kind of an overview of the whole room, and today I will be focusing on just a little bit of the storage solutions that I use. So again, just giving you a quick pan of everything that is here. That's the paper storage, and I've got a couple of those carts that work really well in my studio. One that I use for my sewing machine, which you'll see here close up here in a moment. This is how I store all my stamps. I will link the little bags in the description box for you to see. Really great way to store the stamps. And then I've got these trays that I got from Walmart. I'll try to remember to link those as well. They work great for holding stamps. Some paper storage and some other junk underneath. And my sewing machine sits on top of this cart. It's perfect. I can wheel it over to my table when I need to use the sewing machine, and it is fantastic. Here, just giving you a little bit of a view of this side of the room and where I sit, as well as my camera there. And then I bought the frame you see over there on the right, that long one that looks like an arch, but I don't have any 5x7 pictures to put in it, so I need to focus on that. Oh, here is where I'm going to talk about the sewing machine a little bit more. So underneath the sewing machine, I have these baskets that have my corner chompers and things like that, my inks, and then a little basket on the side that holds my grab-and-go kinds of supplies like my scissors and things like that. All of my dies and embossing folders are on the second one, and then my machine is on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and pan over here and show you some things here at my desk, because the way that I have things arranged in the studio organizationally is based on what I grab for the most. So I'm going to show you here what's right in front of me. You can see these plastic acrylic caddies that hold all of my supplies, all my glues, all my brushes, my ink brushes, and all of that. I've got a small basket for smaller paper scraps that needs to be taken down, needs to be dealt with, and then a small basket here of some textiles. And then the drawers, all the drawers in my studio are labeled. I have a couple over on this other side of the room that I need to update, but I'm just going to show you a couple of the drawers here. So all of my sewing stuff fits in here. So all of my threads that I use for binding journals, as well as thread that I need for the sewing machine and scissors and things like that, are in there. And in this one, I have a variety of things. So as you can see, some random things sitting on top that just don't have a home. Some replacement ink, dauber things. Back here, I've got my embossing supplies for clear embossing. And then in this basket here, I've got some scrapers, some of my black, most commonly used black soft pastels that I use a lot in mixed media, and then some scrapers, as well as some cut up credit cards and gift cards and things that I use often, again, for mixed media. In this small basket, I have all of my soft pastels. These baskets are just from the dollar store here in our area. Those are the controllers for my TV and my DVD player. And then the back one was some cords for my computer, like charging my mouse and my keyboard and such. So I kind of keep those at the ready as well. And again, those are things I grab a lot. These two wooden baskets here I got from Ross stores here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know how far they go in the country. And these two boxes have random things. So they have things that are little projects that are in process, other things that I don't want to lose track of. I want them to be where I can find them. In this one, I've got some new supplies. I've got a couple of new Tim Holtz stencils and some stamps that went with those, and a medium there. I can't remember what that is, but I like to keep those handy there so that they don't get stuck in a drawer somewhere where I forget about them, basically. Over here in these side drawers, in here I've got my transparencies, my not transparencies, the plastic stuff, some large paper clips. The top drawer was a bunch of just beautiful, fun things that I just throw in there. This is an old, this used to belong to my mother-in-law, and she passed away, so I kept it and revamped it for the studio. In here I have my smaller blocks for stamping, as well as my 2 baskets of bling there. Again, I use those a lot, so I like to have them right there and handy. Again, most of the drawers are labeled and are up to date. And then in here I have my eyelets and my eyelet setter, as well as my tools for jewelry making. Those drawers hold a variety of things. I've got some mini distress inks, buttons, sentiments, and things like that. I get those also at Ross stores. So I'm going to go down here and show you my lace storage. So I bought these spools on Amazon in 3 different sizes. I will link those in the description box. And they're great for spooling your ribbon and your lace. I have not done a lot of spooling of my ribbon. My ribbon is still a little bit of a mess, but this is the lace predominantly. These are the smaller laces on the smaller spools. And then here is my my seam binding basket, which is just a mess right now, just because I was digging in there in the last couple days and did not straighten it. I've got 2 drawers of my coffee dyed textiles, so these are larger pieces in the top drawer there, and then the bottom one has some smaller trims and things that I love to use in my journals. So I had to go to 2 drawers because I just had too much. And here I have my sari silk, also all spooled. That was a cluster to try to spool because it got so messed up when it was not spooled. So this one needs a little bit of help. I've got just this gauze and stuff that's sitting on top, and I'm working again on my ribbon storage, so some things in there do not belong necessarily. So in the next video, I will show you a different part of the studio and break down some of the organization in those areas. So thank you so much for coming by. Bye-bye.